Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to Deathmatch Russell Podcast. Let's get it on! Come into the ring, step into the fire, see what you want, baby. If your heart has desire, get up, get knocked down, get up, get knocked down, get up, get knocked down, down. Deathmatch Russell Podcast, 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 Deathmatch Russell Podcast.
And good evening, everyone. You're listening to another episode of the Deathmatch Russell Podcast. As I get everything squared away, here we go. Good evening, everyone. You're listening to another episode of the Deathmatch Russell Podcast. And my guest at this time, Riley Rose. How are you, man?
Good. How are you doing?
I could have said your saying, but I just don't feel like saying it right now. I'll say it later, maybe.
Oh, are you talking about my nickname?
Yeah, the more
Irish strong style. There we
yes.
go.
Yeah. But how you doing tonight? It's Friday night, man. Lots going on tonight. Lots going on. And we're missing it, but we can watch it later, I'm sure. We're missing, the I guess the debut of Rampage for AEW tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot that was going on tonight. Wow.
I know. Me too. So I know. I wanted to see that, but we'll check that out later. We got time. Who cares, right? We can watch the replay, which is but we'll talk AEW later. But man, what got you started into wrestling, man? How'd you get yourself growing up with wrestling? What made you as wrestling growing up? What was it like for you as a kid?
Oh, as a kid? Oh, well, my stepdad and my mom, we would watch wrestling all the time. So I grew up around it, but I didn't start paying attention until WrestleMania 20. And the first vivid memory of professional wrestling was Kane versus Undertaker at WrestleMania 20. And
oh man,
I think I was probably 6 or 7. And just imagine seeing those larger than life characters at 6 and 7. Oh, I was scared shitless.
Right. Yeah.
But I mean, it was so cool, and that was my first vivid memory of professional wrestling.
And you're like, Dad, can we go to a wrestling show? Can we see what this is all about? Let's go. To see it live in a person, or just like an independent wrestling, just like in wrestling,
crazy is I didn't know anything about independent wrestling until probably in 2018. That was my first vivid memory of independent wrestling, because I was always WWE. So
right. WWE, man. That's, and as a kid growing up, watching WWF was a huge thing for us. Fans like wrestling. It's just one of those things. You're like, all right, Saturday morning, what am I going to do? Watch Saturday night's main event. And watching all these.
I mean, I didn't grow up in that era.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you know what I mean. But I'm just saying,
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, but to hear about it, and then you look back, and then Coliseum home video VHS, VHS was around, and that that was what do they call it, the tape trading days as well, back in those days too, right?
See, I remember when DVDs were a big thing, having the pay-per-views on DVDs. I have a buddy, actually, you had him on the podcast, Percy Drews. He's got so many DVDs, it's ridiculous. I remember going over to his place when we were growing up, and it was just stacks of DVDs.
That's crazy. Yeah, man. But you know what? And it's amazing now. We're digital, so it's like we don't have to worry. Don't have to spend $1 on $20 on a DVD, or but we do anyway sometimes if it catches our eye. An oddball wrestling. That'll really catch your eye. It's like I tell everybody, it's like going back to like Blockbuster Video or like a Walmart or video store. Yeah, and you dig through the bin and there's the old XPW DVDs or like just the old wrestling ones that you just don't even remember.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy. But yeah, to be a DVDs man, I'll tell you what, for an independent fan, like going to wrestling, like as much wrestling as like my God, it's an addiction. You pick up a DVD, you pick a DVD up at a show, and you're like, oh God, all right. I need 20 more,
Yeah, I didn't realize how big DVDs are still a thing, like in shows, because like I know there's a couple of promotions that I work under that have DVDs, like AIW is one of them.
Yes, yeah.
RPW, I don't know if you've heard of Ruthless Pro.
GCW, GCW.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And actually, I was just going to say, speaking of, I will talk GCW later, but yeah.
Okay.
A lot to talk about tonight. We can talk as much as we want, right? Because
exactly, I'm here until we're done.
Yeah, it's Friday night. I'm just watching Rampage, but talking to you is going to be awesome, as well.
Appreciate it.
But you're the star tonight. How's that? But yeah, like who like as wrestlers, like looking up to, who'd you look up to? Who were your guys? Like Taker, of course, everybody says Taker.
Yeah, that's a given one. I mean, but actually my go-to was Edge, Jeff Hardy, and Rey Mysterio.
Mm-hmm. So okay. Guys. Okay. Did you listen to my intro and did you hear like the Hardy kind of like beat to it?
Sort of, yeah.
That was a TikTok guy did that for me.
No kidding.
I paid $20. Yeah.
I mean, there we go.
But, no, I was like, it is, but yeah. So like that. So Edge, okay, yeah, I could see that, and he's come a long way in his career,
Oh,
but now you look at his brother Christian. My God, where is he right now? On TV every time we can watch it,
Kenny Omega, probably like one of the best wrestlers in the past 10 years. Like,
yeah,
I don't know so much anymore, but like Kenny Omega and his New Japan, oh, beautiful.
Oh my God, that guy! You know what? He wrestled for Jersey All Pro Wrestling when I first saw him wrestle. I was like, this guy's unbelievable. He wrestled like Danny D'Amato and just like low key. And I'm like, holy shit, this guy could go. This guy's pretty,
That's a match I need to see. Low key and him. Oh.
Yeah. I think that's on IWTV. So everybody check it out. Go to Jersey All Pro. They just released a whole bunch of new stuff from their archives. There's still, there's so much footage out there from Jersey All Pro. That's that was a promotion that really brought, I'm sure you checked that out before, you heard about it,
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's just my God, the matches you would see were like Samoa Joe, AJ, come on, everybody like would come through the door,
That's like, who was it? IWA Mid-South, like a lot of their older stuff. And even like East Coast too, IWA East Coast. Like we were watching, me and one of my friends, we were watching a bunch of El Drunko matches. It was just the entertainment of the night, the creativity, and it was just like so good. And every match was so different. So.
And Jersey All Pro had a storyline as well. Their promos were like pretty on key with when they did like it was called Worldwide. Actually, I think believe it or not, Steve Mack of the Hit Squad, was always doing the talking on the mic, with his, and Dan Moff, of course, but just crazy promos, like old promos, like Kevin Steen promos. Come on, like don't see
Kevin Steen promos.
You go back and watch like you could just type in Jersey All Pro Wrestling. You'll see like promos, on YouTube. You'd be like, holy shit, yeah. You'll see Eddie Kingston cutting promos. It's great. Like Eddie was at his prime. Yeah.
Talk about a dude that I had no idea who he was.
Yeah.
And just his promo work drew me in. I didn't even watch him wrestle. I just watched his first promo at AEW, and holy cow, that's it. He has it. Like, it's so good.
Man. I'll tell you what. He actually worked. Oh my God. If I can find a DVD, well, you probably can buy the VHS copy of it. I'll have to get it's on Smart Mark Video. Him as a tag team with his old partner in JCW, Jersey Championship Wrestling, like JCW.
Oh, okay, so like back,
like he was back. Yes. So he had a tag partner, the King of Diamonds, or his gimmick was the Diamonds, But my God, his attitude was so like, you would be like, wow, look at this guy. Just, he had like a white tag outfit, like he was perfect, like at the time. And actually Bam Bam Bigelow was there on that card too. So yeah, wow. Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
That was always somebody that like, I never watched their wrestling, like Bam Bam Bigelow until like later on. But like, I was always attracted to like how he was just a bigger dude and just the moonsault that always got me.
Right. And you know what? And all my friends in, Jersey, man, I guess he's a popular guy, I never met him. I never got to meet, but, they say that he would actually show up to, American Combat Wrestling in Florida. ACW was called, Bruce Santini would wrestle there. Bruce Santini
with the name.
Yeah. But a couple other guys, and and he actually ran a deli down the street from there. People never knew that. Like, isn't that crazy? Like,
he would wild.
That is wild. It's so and plus he was a fisherman, of course. So
down there,
yeah, he fished with Chris Candido all the time. So yeah, rest in peace to him. Man, there's another guy that was, made a name for himself in the wrestling world. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
like talking about Bam Bam Bigelow, and then did you ever like watch like ECW growing up? Catch that era of it?
So
or, like
I watched like little bits and pieces of it.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't like in depth where I was like following the storylines. I was more so like that kid that just wanted to watch the hardcore extreme stuff. So
watch the frying pan. Yeah, watch the frying pan get thrown in the audience. Yeah.
Or like just watching like New Jack and then
Balls Mahoney too.
Balls.
Yeah.
My gosh. And then like I was super excited when they brought it back. And then it wasn't the same, and I was just like, all right.
Yeah. And then WWE took it over, and did the ECW's version of it, their one night stand. But I had the honor to go to that, which was I went to the part 2 with the Riot with John Cena.
Wow. Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
That was actually that was very shocking because that was when John Cena was like in his prime. So like to see like him lose the title was bizarre. Yeah,
I mean, I'll never forget that night, man. I was actually sitting. My sister and I got tickets, so we sat 6th row. We were sitting behind Jerry Lawler and Joey Styles. When he got slapped, Joey got slapped by Lawler, so it's just great to see the reaction and just like turn around and holy shit, they're hi Jerry, like I didn't.
Oh yeah.
No, but just the atmosphere, my God, just like the vibe of ECW really was like, wow, this is like, I never got the chance to go to ECW like at the arena, what I mean? Like I would watch a lot of old tapes and, and DVDs as well, or TV, just to and record it,
See, the closest thing that I can think to for ECW would be GCW, like the vibe of the crowd. Like if I were to imagine what it was like back then. I mean, I know it's totally different, but like that's my equivalent of trying to like put them together.
Yeah, yeah, Game Changer Wrestling really, but now they got it's a it's a whole new genre, man. It's a
Oh my
they
goodness.
it's insane. You got your hybrid to your you got your hybrid to your death matches to your lucha to your just all the strong styles, just everything that you want. And let me ask you. Well, actually, I saw a picture on your Instagram. You actually were at the Fight Forever, I believe.
Yeah, I actually was at the Fight Forever show. So
I was a sponsor that night for Jimmy Lloyd's Up All Night.
oh really?
Yeah, yeah, I did a sponsorship for the hour or whatever it was, 2 hours for Jimmy's. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we were. I was there the whole time. Oh my
What
goodness.
what a great night! What a crazy night! What a great night that was! It really was.
Yeah.
You
It
know,
was
to
really
be.
cool. It was very different. It was
Mhm.
definitely one of the longest nights I've had in professional wrestling so far.
Yeah. Mhm.
we
Right.
remember it was me and my buddy Zach Thomas.
Mhm.
He's also a wrestler.
Yeah.
Been wrestling for about 5 or 6 years or something like that.
Mhm.
We went there and we got there at 10 a.m. on
Mhm.
Friday. That was the first night.
How'd you get the call? Would Brett call you up, or is it just somebody called you up and just said, "Hey, come on, there's gonna be a show tonight"? You know?
Oh, so I've been like I was
Yeah.
helping out with GCW like
Yeah.
as soon as I came back home from overseas, and
Right.
I was actually picking up Ricky Morton from the
Yeah.
airport,
Oh
and
shit.
Brett looks at me and he says, "Do you have your gear?" And I was like, "Of course I have my gear." And he's like, "Go get it! Hurry up! We got to fill
Oh.
some time." So I was like,
Wow.
"Cool." So it
Yeah.
was actually me, a guy named Chris Blaze, Midas
Yeah.
Creed,
Mhm.
Eli Knight, which I'm sure you're
Yeah.
familiar with his name, and Robert
Mhm.
Martyr. And we had
Yeah.
like a quick scramble to fill in time, and it was so much fun.
That's so cool. Yeah, isn't that like amazing? And then you're like, I hope I get to come back. I'm sure you will. You know,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
sure that
for sure.
you know, because they're doing a lot of traveling right now. My God, it's like, you know, they don't stop.
Yeah, I mean, like they're coming over by me. I mean, semi close. They're in Detroit
Yeah.
in September, and
Mhm.
I know they're going to Chicago. Yeah, they're just traveling everywhere now. It's crazy.
Chicago's going to be crazy for that War Game stuff. Oh my gosh, that's going to be like just all the matches, all like that one match that we talked about. You know, I showed you that flyer. I'm like, my God, Lucha,
Yeah,
like WCW at its best, right there. Two of the best luchas, you know, in
Mhm.
wrestling. Like, you know, super crazy and Juventud Carrera. You know,
oh my goodness, that match is going to be. It's going to hopefully live up to every expectation because I know it's going to be wild.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And they got like so many other wrestlers too. It's just gonna be a good plus AEW's in town. Like there's so much wrestling. How are people gonna go? Like I would be like,
Well, that
right?
was like when I was down in Tampa this year. It was insane
Mhm.
because like I've never done a WrestleMania weekend as a wrestler.
Yeah.
So like back in 2018, I went as a fan, and I thought
Mhm.
it was cool. But like as a wrestler, I'm like, holy cow! There's so many.
So
shows.
much. Yeah, yeah. Game Changer really pulled it off, and yeah, they did like the collective and
Mhm.
like everybody just they all promotions like were it was blown away. Like I sat home and watched it. I'm like, you guys are killing it. Like, you know, this is
Yeah,
like
there was Game Changer. There was Generation Championship.
black wrestling at Blackout or BLK, I believe.
Yeah, and
Yeah. Black Label. Yeah,
W,
that's
Coach Bard. Like there were so many different like collectives. It was insane. Like I could like I was just down there to help out,
Yeah.
network, do the right thing, and
Mhm.
just like seeing some of my buddies traveling from like one place to the other place to coming back and wrestling like 4 times in one day or 3 times in one day.
Yeah.
Just, holy cow!
Yeah, grab your gear. You're gonna be wrestling tonight. You know, like okay, put me up, find myself a hotel for the night, and just drive down to a show and see if I get booked. Right?
Which
You
I
know?
actually had
Yeah.
2 bookings that week, and one was in Orlando. So like
Mhm.
literally, I was in Orlando on like Tuesday,
Like on a
Wednesday,
yeah.
something like that, and
Mhm.
drove to Tampa, got settled in, and then like Thursday is when the collective started. So it was just like buckle in, go.
Yeah, no sleep, just keep on going, man. Right? Like it's it's like a wild party, That's like that up all night stuff, just go,
Oh yeah.
But no, that the way that they organize it and do it the right way, and just the way that it's awesome. It's the way that show that for the
100%.
fans. Independent wrestling. You don't have to go to WrestleMania. You could watch independent wrestling for less than money, and you see some of the top talent.
Get to see some of the talent that maybe have already been in WWE, or the people that are bound
on
to
TV.
So
or WWE or TNA or so many TV shows.
100%.
But now you see, now we talk about like guys that are just knocking it out of the park. My God, there's so many of our friends and wrestlers that are probably like killing it, man. Like on the main stage,
100%. Like there's a lot of people that like I'm so happy to see finally
Yeah.
get up there. Like Lee Moriarty getting on
Yes, dude, that guy is
so good.
He's so good. I'm glad GCW gives him a run, lets him wrestle for that. Like, oh my God, he's like,
dude's filled with like filled with it.
Yeah, you know who I'm blown away by now in Game Changer Wrestling is that Ninja Mac character. Ninja Mac.
Oh my goodness, the
dude's
insane.
He had wrestled in Texas and at AC. My God, like I think he could be seen on TV. Like that's that kind of guy.
Down the road, being on TV for sure. Like with that much athleticism. I mean, I know another one that's GCW just picked up. What is it? Jack Cartwheel?
Yes, that's phenomenal.
Holy cow! Like dude, I mean, I can do some flips or whatever, but like just some of the stuff these guys pull off.
I know it's like stuff that you're like blown away. It's like reliving like the 80s, like the WCW, the Lucha, just like the old stuff that you would be like, holy cow! But they're sprucing it up with with their stick, switching it up with some newer stuff. And my God, it's we never thought you could see like a flying dive off outside of the ring to Pancha, or what I mean, like different variations of moves nowadays.
Oh my gosh, yes, and it's just like also Dante Leon, is that?
Oh yes, Dante Leon from Texas, man.
That's another one.
He's crazy, yeah. Just those are the two I think that are the flyers of GCW right now. We know that we can see it.
There's a lot of flyers, but those are the flyers of GCW. Honestly,
now, and if you talk about hard hitting part of GCW, AJ Gray, AJ to Christopher Dickinson.
Oh yeah. Who else? I know there's a couple.
Yeah.
I mean, even like you see a little bit in Jordan Oliver too.
Jordan, dude, that kid, he's phenomenal for his age. That he is perfect. He's got it. He's got it, man. He's got
it. That's exactly what it is. He's got it. So
that'd be a guy that you would love to wrestle, probably. I'm sure.
Oh, down the road for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have a list. I'm down to wrestle with anybody, but there is a few people that I definitely want to wrestle before it's too late.
like a Jordan Oliver, Tony Deppen. My gosh, there's another guy that's Tony.
Yes,
he's phenomenal. Tony Deppen, and plus he has his own beer brewery in Pennsylvania. I got to go check that out.
Oh,
I got to check that. He just opened a brewery. Yeah, so
sick. Yeah, then that out. I'm a big brew guy, so I love it.
Gotta love beer, man. I know. In a couple of weeks, I'm headed to Rhode Island for vacation with my parents, so I'll be hitting the Mystic area for some breweries. I can't wait.
There's a lot of microbreweries in Rhode Island as well.
Yeah.
My dad actually lives in Rhode Island, so
does he?
Oh yeah, he lives in
what part?
I think it's West Warwick that he lives in.
Okay, I have family in Westerly, Rhode Island. Westerly is like 15 minutes outside of that, probably. That's right.
And
yeah,
everything's 30 minutes.
yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Rhode Island's a fun place to visit. It's a nice place to go.
As small as the state is, it is very fun to visit for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check out the Pez factory finally too. There's a Pez in Connecticut. Yeah. There's
Oh,
a
in
Pez
Connecticut. Okay. I was like, in Rhode Island? What? No, I did not.
Yeah, right. Imagine. No. But that's excited to growing up eating Pez. Just I'm
Oh,
curious
yeah.
curious to see if they have any wrestling ones. I don't
Oh,
know.
that'd be cool.
I know. And if they do, I'll send you one. How's that?
Sounds good. So,
I know. I'm sure they're gonna have tons of superheroes and this and that. All the super comics and this and that. And, so I'll see what they have. But you never know. Or I'll even send you a Pez T-shirt. I'll send you a Pez pack. How's that?
Pez pack. Sounds good.
For some wrestling merch, or I'll send you some stuff too. I'll hook you up. You sound like one of those guys I could hook
Sounds
up.
good. We'll do a little trailer.
yeah, later. Shh, fans, you don't know what we're talking about. All right.
Nope.
Yeah. But man, to like tonight, man, like we were just saying, AEW, look at their first debut for like a new show. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, and I mean, like, there's a lot of buzz to it too. Apparently, like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, I'm super excited to see that AEW's got a second show. Hopefully, it gives everybody that.
I'm sure you would love to have a dark match. I'm sure that's who you put me on the list, Tony.
Yeah, definitely. Wouldn't mind a dark match. I wouldn't mind doing elevation, like just getting my name out there and showing my face and to a larger crowd. Like that would be.
Yeah.
Like I've done as much as I can this year to like
absolutely
out there as much with like the major streams like AIW, GCW that one time. There's at School Morton. School Morton's another one that I will go to quite often.
Yeah. He puts that. I love that show. I watch that when it's on Facebook. I catch it. Great stuff. I love watching that. I love watching that. I told my friend about that last night on the podcast. She's like, "Oh, really? There's a show? Yeah, you gotta watch this. You'd enjoy it.
Oh yeah, and it's crazy because like you never know who's gonna stop in. Like I remember I went one week. It was like I think back in April or May, and I wrestled Facade.
Oh man,
School Morton, like out of all places. So it was pretty cool.
That's a guy that needs to be recognized too for wrestling also as well. Facade is phenomenal. Dude is nuts with his movesets,
It still amazes me when he does the 458 to the outside and lands on his feet. Like, what?
Yeah, and when he does it in the backyard shows too, that's great. The backyard game changers. I was so pissed off, man. I wanted to go to the very first one of those, but I got to go to the second.
So you made
happen. Yeah, exactly. And just to see all the wrestlers do their thing. My God, seeing Lee, Dante Leon, like just to go roll just before he's doing a real show, or
like
Jordan all
those like characters like that they came up with. Like it was so cool. I was like, all right, it was actually a guessing game. Like when the match cards came out, I was like, all right, so who is this? Who's this one?
yeah. Who's this one? Who's that one? And then see like Cheeseburger versus Cheeseburger versus the Nasty Leroy. Like that was a rival feud that it was great. There's a kid who was giving his all for wrestling to come to GCW. Leroy really put his name out there, and he wrestles New South once in a while and other little promotions. He just wants to get noticed.
Oh yeah,
that's like, Joey's buddy. That's Joey's buddy. That's Janelle's buddy. Yeah.
That's I never heard the name until Backyard, but definitely it seemed like it was a good match from the highlights that I saw.
yeah, because he won, and I handed him a beer. I'm always handing the beers to the crowd, like to anybody. You know what I mean? Like I can, Joey needs a beer, I'll just hand it to him. White Claw or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah. But I don't care. I'll spend the money, right? I pay for my show. I'll treat them to a beer. What the hell, right? They wrestle for me,
And we appreciate it 100%.
Yeah. So you come to a show near me, I'll give you a beer. Well, we could wrestle. We could actually go to have a beer after a show, or during a show if they have a bar,
Most of them do. Most of them.
I know. Yeah, VFW halls. A lot of VFW halls, and odd name bar. You have little bars and whatever,
Oh yeah.
Well, what's the closest wrestling venue near you? What's your closest?
So the closest one that I wrestle at is actually 30 minutes up the road in Cleveland.
Oh wow!
At the Odeon. So
Mm-hmm.
with AIW, that's where we mainly wrestle at. But like we travel all over the place. Like I think they're at North Canton this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, due to my injury, I won't be there. But
yeah.
I'm not going to stay out in the sun for that long.
No, you're not going to bake. You're not going to bake. Yeah. You don't want to bake.
So,
too much damn sun.
but the farthest is probably my regular basis one, American Lucha Wrestling in North Carolina, which is about, I want to say 7.5 hours. But that's as of right now. So
yeah, that's not bad. That's pretty good. That's good travel. I've done 12. I've done the 12 hours to IWA. Mid South. I've done the trip to 12 hours. Fuck, that's a trip. Yeah. Or to Chicago. From Jersey. It's a long haul, dude.
I guarantee that.
It's a long haul, man, but well worth like the freelance underground to get a privilege to see that though is amazing. That promotion's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've definitely been looking into freelance. I have a couple buddies that wrestle there, so like I was like, interesting. Let's look into this, and then everything happened. So
yeah. And then they did this, actually like I said, freelance. I actually remember going for the GCW when we did the very first, I guess we did GCW versus freelance, we were at the Galley, the Galley, whatever that is in Chicago, Galley Mall, the Galley Lucha Mall,
Oh yeah, Galley Lucha. I wrestled with them. I wrestled back in January for Galley, which really good promotion. If you're really into the lucha, I don't know if you're into it, but if anybody
everybody is. Yeah.
Galley Lucha is phenomenal.
Yeah, there's a couple guys, like I think Jason Knight, a couple other guys. There's so many guys that you could go off the charts and read the names, but really cool venue though. Really cool. Like it was like a mall, strip mall,
Yeah, it's very unique. It's just like it's in its back little corner by itself, and then there's like the crowd right there, and then you got the entranceway with people there, and then the ring, and then you just got a strip mall like literally right outside the curtains.
Yeah. Man, going to that place, we were like, what are we in for? For fans out of the East Coast and just coming out, actually helped out. Well, we were staffed that night, because they didn't have any staff, so we did running around with weapons and doing this and that just to, make sure everything went well, to help them out. And Marcus diving off the top like Evil Knievel, Marcus Crane. But Alex Colon to Syncope to all these guys, just just a list of guys that are just fun.
Oh,
Eric Ryan.
I was about to say Eric Ryan, definitely one of those. Man,
Schlack, but he's a nut.
God love Schlack.
Yeah, isn't he cool? He really is, dude. He's one of those guys that you can watch and just hang out, watch and just be like, dude, this guy can just rip a guitar too. He can shred.
I think the first time I ever met Schlack was outside of GCW. It was at Horror Slam. I was booked at. It was. Do you know where Horror Slam's at?
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yep, yeah, I know where.
It's in Detroit.
Yeah.
I was actually one of my first out-of-state bookings, and just meeting them for the first time, it was like, oh my gosh, this dude is humongous. Like,
how you doing, man? How you doing? Like deep voice. Like holy shit. All the tats. You're like, wow, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, it was that night. It was him and Eric and Eddie only. So that was the main event.
Yeah, Eddie finally made his appearance back to GCW at the JCW in a casket. I guess I did not. I gotta watch.
Insane.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it was during RSP and G Raver's match. I remember that.
So I'll tell you what. But whoever did the cartooning for that was. Did you see those videos that they were doing for him?
Oh yeah,
that was pretty cool. That was pretty little. Missed with Jim Cornette or whatever. That was funny as shit.
Yeah, I don't know who did those, but they came out really, really good. Honestly,
like I want to get that guy to like do some characters. I have to find him.
100%.
Send him your way too, right?
Yeah. Maybe cartoons for Riley.
Yeah, right. Yeah, come out to the ring, right? Yeah, be like the Sammy Guevara or like all these new cartoons that are coming. Darby Allin little cartoon, is that cool?
Oh, that entrance! It's phenomenal. Like I love it. Like it kind of threw me off because like when his music started playing, and then I saw the entrance video, and I was like, "That's not the same one." And then I was like, "Oh,
this is a flashback." This is like the flashback to the Skulls, the Skull cartoon, and that's actually, and then skating, but perfect, it was just perfect. I mean, there's a guy who man, he's pretty damn good, for
yeah, like AEW was like my first so Darby, and holy cow, like I was amazed, like from the top, like as soon as he started.
Like, he wrestled for Game Changer Wrestling. I saw him. I was like, this guy's amazing. Like, blew my mind. I even got him on an early podcast. Go back to my archive, just type in, or just go on, Deathmatch Wrestle and type Darby Allin. It pretty cool just to hear his story on skateboarding and stuff. I talked about skateboarding to him, because the East Coast, we're known for skating at the shore and growing up. And I had some friends who were skaters, pro skaters at the time, which was really cool. I should buy one of his sports just that, but I don't want to spend money on that crap.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
I'm not a collector myself. I'm more of I'm not much of a collector myself. I just like, T-shirts, cool. That's how I support.
Yeah. I used to be a figure person, and I stopped. But
I mean, it's really cool seeing like people's passions with like figures and stuff like that. But like me personally, it's just like, not really.
But I do want to get a Joey Janela doll. I don't have one of them though. I want to get an AEW, a couple of the AEW guys though. LAX, I actually want to support them, because they're two guys. Those guys, Santino and Ortiz, really two, are amazing tag team.
I remember watching them like back in like Impact. Like, that was my first glimpse of LAX, and I remember just like loving all the stuff that they would do with. Obviously, I was big into the hardcore stuff, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I really haven't done any hardcore matches. Like, I'm not really looking into the deathmatch scene at all. But like, I would. But I would like those kind of matches for sure.
Hey Jimmy, you want to match with him? I'm kidding. Jimmy fucking Lloyd, that kid's crazy.
Kill me.
Yeah. You'd probably have a knife stab right in your arm. Stab you.
Trying to get me killed.
Yeah. No G Raver either. No, but G Raver's a good wrestler as well. My God.
G Raver, one hell of a person.
Yeah. Dan, did you ever know that he actually he was in the movie Wrestlers versus Zombies? I did not know that.
No, I did not know that.
So you can watch that, and he's on it with the cast of what I guess was Sullivan and a couple other guys were in the movie, and G Raver's wrestling he's wrestling, as a young G Raver, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, wow, pretty cool.
Yeah, that was someone this year that like I met just this year, and like just watching his wrestling like amazed me because like like obviously deathmatch wrestling has done a lot of change in the past like couple years. And just like watching him and how he wrestles with the deathmatch scene, I was just like, this dude's awesome. Like, because like, even as a wrestler, like you watch stuff, and you appreciate the art of it. Like,
yes, yeah, it's the art of it. It's insane. And being up close to it, and how I always, as a fan, I'm front row to every show, so it's like, all right, I know what I'm expecting tonight.
Yeah. Well,
breathing,
probably gonna have a couple light tubes coming at me.
Glass of the I feel I have the little crevice of the eyeglass in me, light tubes in me, or come home with every time I go to a deathmatch show, I always come home with 2 tacks in my shoe. 2 tacks. Like, I don't know how. It's like it's like an almond. Like, it's like I don't get like 5 tacks. You know what I mean? It's like weird. I should start like just taking pictures of that, and just like every time, and show my friends.
Actually, the Nick Gage versus Ricky Shane Page. This kind of ties in with the whole glass thing. So I was helping out with GCW, right? And you know how close that crowd was to the ring.
Right.
I was holding them back, and like all the panes of glass and everything, light tubes. I'm just like, oh, just like close my eyes, just trying to block it. Like,
and people ask me, "Oh, is that sugar glass?" No, it is not. That's a shower door.
Absolutely not.
It's not. Yeah, but my God, the way that they come up with contraptions, and it's art, man. It's insane nowadays. You look back at you look back at the Nick Bondo days, like that's professional. Like, my God, he's a legend of the game. You watch, like, that's like that. You go back to watching BJW, the Freedoms, like the old stuff with all the guys, Jun Kasai, like a master who, like.
I need to go back and watch some of that stuff because, gosh, like just to kind of see where it's come from to now.
I just found on IWTV. I was online, and I typed in Tommy. I typed in Tommy End. Dude, he had a match 2013. And it was him and God, who else was it? Michael Dante or something. But he had a match there. I didn't realize he had a match, and like wrestled like early on. DJ Hyde, of course.
Yeah, I mean, like I know he wrestled in Dayton one time. Like, I didn't know Tommy N was in the United States, like before WWE. But my buddy,
I did get to see him wrestle at the Combat Zone for the Best of the Best tournaments. I've seen him.
Oh, really? See, this is how oblivious I was of wrestling. So I have a lot of catching up to do. But he was at a show in. You ever heard of Rockstar Pro Wrestling?
Yes, Rockstar kills, man. They I remember when H2.
I don't know. Like, they haven't opened up yet, but my buddy Matt Brennigan. He had a match with Tommy and it just blew my mind when he told me that. I was like, oh, I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, Rockstar Pro, man. They got the Chris brothers, Jake and Chris, and Aaron Williams, Like, those were the main stars of that place, I remember that. They were always killing it. Yeah, that was pretty cool. And I actually remember Rockstar did did the H2O, and then they did an Impact taping there one time.
I did not know they did an H2O taping, but I do remember the Impact.
Well, H2, because H2 wanted to show what they had, Fremont brought it in.
Coming from New Jersey all the way.
Now, coming a long way from, H2O has come. I have not been to I love supporting them. They are a phenomenal product because they bring in new talent to the table, wrestler wise as well.
Oh, yeah.
Just wrestling.
I actually did one H2O show recently, and it wasn't a match. I just went out there for, man, I can't even remember.
A seminar?
No. That's what it was. Did a run out, like when it was after. Oh, it was the show before Atlantic City. That show
Mhm.
when they had 440 wrestling against H2O and everybody. I actually ran out and they Spirit Squad bombed me.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I'll go back and watch that.
that was me. So yeah, I
Yeah.
showed up with a couple buddies and just kind of get my
Mhm.
name to Matt and showing him who I am. And
Yeah.
he was like, "You want to be a part of this?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do." So
Fuck yeah! Why not?
got
It's just
tossed
what
in.
you
Yep,
don't know where you'll be. You never know. That's like
exactly.
cool. Yeah.
It's cool to show your face, and then like later down the road, it'll be like, "It looks familiar. I wonder why."
Maybe I'll call him up. He'll be back. Okay, here I am. You know,
Exactly.
because they are doing so many. There's so much wrestling going on with. It's unbelievable with the H2O how every Monday they have a show for. They always do their morning, do their student shows, and just it's a like new talent comes. Everybody's welcome, which is cool. You know what I mean?
Very cool. Like it's a very good environment for sure.
hmm
And I didn't realize how many shows they were doing. Like, and then like their student shows that they do like on Wednesdays,
hmm
and obviously the regular shows that they do every.
Yes, and then their anniversary shows, and my God, you know, it's just a way to give back to wrestling. Really, Matt puts his heart into it, which is
Oh,
cool.
100%.
If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have any local like good wrestling in that part of New Jersey. Like, you know what I mean? Like, really,
Yeah, like honestly, like that's the only like
Mhm.
mainstay brand that I know.
promotion.
Yeah, in New Jersey,
But
that's not like a big traveling one.
no. It's like my local promotion, Titan Championship Wrestling, out of New Jersey. Local promotion.
Mhm.
We got Casey Navarro. We get guys that have been on TV, and we got a lot of people. Maybe I'll have to put your name in the hat. Gotta
Oh,
put your name
sure.
in.
I'm always
know?
down. I'm always down to come.
Mm-hmm. You'd probably have a good match versus Rick Recon.
Who's
Really
that?
good dude. Rick Recon.
Rick
Rick Recon.
Yeah,
He was,
local guy or
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, I am down to wrestle anybody. Honestly,
Right.
it's cool to like, especially like
Mm.
if it's somebody like not my style, and just to have that challenge. Like I love it.
Mm-hmm. You got to mix it up.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what you want. Because if and or you get thrown in those intergender or a tag match, it don't matter, right? It really
my
doesn't.
favorite this year is scrambles. Always get thrown
Yeah.
in the scramble.
That's good though. Scrambles are really
Cool though. Yeah, they're really good. Like I'm not
they are.
as a bad thing. I love them. Honestly, the chaos to it is wild.
Mhm. Because you don't know who's going to be thrown in the mix, and it's like, wow, and you go to these older like back in whatever they really didn't have scramble matches. Like you would just throw whoever who was the name, and
Yeah,
But
you
now
very rarely you saw anything scramble like a 5-way or a 6-way.
no, you never had that like Impact or ECW.
Yeah.
You think about you always had the 3-way dances.
Mhm.
They would do the 3-way dance.
3-way and 4-way dance.
Yeah. Now going back on to TNA, were you big on to watching that when it was TNA? Like just watching the old stuff, like the older. My God, like when as Sanjay Dutt, shout out to him because he just
Shout out to Sanjay. He's such a great guy.
Mhm.
I actually did a seminar with him yesterday.
Mhm.
Dude's filled with so
much knowledge. I know, man.
so much knowledge.
His history of wrestling is unbelievable too. Like his career. You could look. He's been Jersey All Pro as well. Like he's a local. You'll see him on one of the cards if you go back to look at all the old school shit. You'd be like, holy shit, Sanjay versus like Sexy Eddie or just like somebody Kevin Steen, or you never know. Like he's really the way that he performed. And I saw him wrestle like earlier than that too, like at a local promotion. It's like blown away. It just blew me away.
It's so cool to like hear like people are just like, oh yeah, I got to see him when he was just at the VFW. Like that's cool to see, like, people come up. Because like, some of the people that like start like I'm just gonna go off on a little tangent on this side subject.
Right.
It's cool to see like people in the independent scene, like
Mhm.
and then blow up, compared to like the people that like just come into the performance center and then like they're right in, and it's just like
Mhm.
it's less sentimental, it's
Yeah.
less meaningful, honestly,
Mhm.
and I feel like it's a little harder in a way.
Right.
But that's
Yeah.
just my
Your spiel right there. That's
yeah,
it.
little spiel.
But yeah, Impact Wrestling, man. It was like it caught our eyes back. Watching it. Like I was like, wow, this stuff is okay. Different style ring they had back then too. Also, and then they threw it in with the
Six-sided ring, yeah.
6-sided ring. And you're probably like, man, can I try one of these rings just to see what it's like, right?
Yes, actually, there's a promotion in Indiana that has a
Mhm.
6-sided ring that is looking to bring me in. They were looking to bring me in, and then I got hurt. So, like, I'm sure eventually I'll get there. But
That'd be kind of fun to be tossed around that. It's like different.
yeah, it's kind of a different challenge. Like, it's like, oh,
Mhm.
like this is actually pretty cool. That was another thing that drawed me to TNA just as a kid because as
Yeah.
a kid, so
Mhm.
simple minded. I was like, oh, it's a promotion with 6 sides. Whoa.
Christopher Daniels, he would use it like, my God, like,
Oh yeah, him, AJ.
yeah,
Who else?
just
Oh, there's a couple other people that would just use all sides of
mhm,
it.
mhm. Some Lucha guys, I think, too, and just
Yeah.
everybody. But Lucha used to use. I don't no Triple A. I don't think no. They have that big ass long ring. They can
Yeah.
do. That's a crazy
Some
promotion.
promotions down there do have like the 5-sided and 6-sided ring,
Mhm.
but um, yeah, I mean,
What's the biggest ring you've had come
um,
across? Like you've seen, you're like,
WWE
wow.
size, 20 foot. Yeah, so
Mhm.
that was being only 5'7", and then
Mhm.
going in a 20-foot ring and running the ropes. Oh my gosh.
Now, like, you ever go to one of those promotions where it's like the red, it's like a red canvas. It's red. It's like shiny. The canvases are like really shiny.
Oh
Like,
yeah. I've dealt with that. There was
mhm.
a promotion back earlier in my career.
Right.
There was a promotion in Indiana that had that like red shiny canvas and everything on a small boy and this little
Yeah.
flea market. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you would hit that, man. It was probably hard as hell, right? Oh,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
you're like, holy shit. This is not like I'm used to now. These different styles, because
Oh yeah. That was definitely probably one of the stiffest rings I've been in. One of the softest rings I've been in was Golly's. Golly's, it was
Yeah.
like a
Mhm.
mattress. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what they used under it, but like super soft.
And I'm sure you used to hate going to wrestling old promotions that you're like, okay, these are loose ropes. What the hell is this? Right? What am I getting myself into? I can't do anything. You're right?
Oh
You're
yeah,
like,
there's been a couple of those shows
yeah.
where I just be like, all right, let's see how they are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's one of those nights.
Yeah. Sorry, I even got myself in involved with them, right? Move on. Go to real wrestling. That's all. It's nice and stiff and what you want. It's like Ring of Honor ropes. My God, those are good ropes. Like just all these, just game changer ropes too. They're great.
Oh, they're great. Yeah.
The canvases, their rings are perfect. Oh my God, my friends. What the hell? Oh, something. Just message me. So silent mode. People use silent mode. Yeah,
Silent
but
mode.
just the way, it's feeling the ropes. It's as a wrestler, you take you go off, so you're used to like all the, different bounce of.
So many different types of ropes too. Like I've seen them all. It seems like.
And I've actually carried them. They're heavy. I've done my share with carrying the ropes to the ring. As a fan, helping out.
Yeah, some of them are heavy. Some of them are very light. It just depends what type they are, honestly.
What's like the worst, like the hardest venue you ever had to go help out to put a ring into? I Dude,
Okay.
I've done it for Game Changer in Asbury Park for
Mhm.
House of Independence. The staircase straight down. They have no back door. We had to go straight through outside the right out front where cars are just coming by with a toll.
Mhm. Yeah,
Mhm,
we did. Actually, it was at the Collective
mhm.
this past year.
Yeah. Oh,
Unsane when
that's
they
right.
opened it up to the inside. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was up 4 flights of stairs, four
Holy
flights
shit.
of stairs, and we carried that son of a bitch all the way up all those flights of stairs. And
Mm.
man, talk about like, and it was raining at the same time. Like, luckily,
Yes.
we were fortunate enough that we had a lot of helping hands. But
Mhm.
man,
Yeah. Yeah. That was like a
it's like
yeah.
one of those like I can say that I did it. Now let's never do this again.
Yeah, let's hire some other people to let's
Yeah.
get a team together.
And
We're gonna
honestly, like that's the only one that pops into my mind as in like
yeah
hard to
yeah
move into the venue. Like
yeah
everything
that
has been pretty simple, very easy, or
oh
they're
yeah
already set up. So
yeah. Well, like Ring of Honor back in the day, like the Hammerstein Ballroom, and
mhm.
like that was like they had a hard time, always had a hard time getting that ring, the 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 pillars, the posts and to the ring because because that was like an opera hat, like a theater style hat, like so they would do the stairs too, you know. They would
Kudos
just
to them doing that for so many times.
yeah, yeah,
One time was
yeah,
good enough for me.
right, yeah. Ring of Honor, man. Back in those, oh god, I've been there I've seen some amazing moments of Ring of Honor history, like at that venue, like Samoa Kenta to Mr. Danielson and not Nigel. Like my god, like just
I just recently watched that Kenta and Samoa Joe. Holy
hmm
cow. Like I've been dabbling a lot in Ring of Honor here recently, like the
hmm
old like
yeah,
2005, 2006 Ring of
right.
Honor. And oh my gosh, there was one match. If I were to ever tell anybody to go watch a hard hitting match, Kenta versus Loki,
Mm-hmm.
Final Battle 2005.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Those two were
hmm
beating the living tar out of each other for,
Yeah.
I think it was like
40 minutes,
5
20. Yeah.
minutes. Yeah, like that's my type of style. I love that kind of style.
hmm
Um, which is crazy because like I do flips and whatnot, but like
hmm
I
Yeah.
I love strong style. Like that's actually what
hmm
strong style is my cup of tea.
Yeah.
And actually, my main goal is not to go to WWE; it's to go to Japan. So,
Keep that going. Bucket list. Yep.
so
Place or beyond AEW. You never know.
AEW, yeah, AEW is good too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Yeah.
definitely Japan is the end goal. So,
hmm that's the way to be. Mindset, and do it.
absolutely,
Don't be scared. All right. Always,
yeah.
always fight the fire. Ring of Honor, man. Like talking about like like you're saying that kind of match. My God, dude, I got to see like I went to like Ring of Honor when it was like boy, I got so lucky when it was like Edison, New Jersey came around. Like they were in Edison, New Jersey, and
Mhm.
I saw it was like Death Before Dishonor 2. And it was like Jimmy Jacob. It was like Jimmy Rave versus AJ when Rave stole the Styles Clash. Jimmy stole the Clash from him. You know,
That's
yeah, and I saw and also seeing like CM Punk. Austin, I got to see. I forget what. Yeah, probably the same card. Uh, when he faced Austin Aries, like just his final match before he got signed. It was
oh
like
wow.
crazy. Yeah, like
I actually got to see him when he was doing the belt collector ordeal. That was back in 2018. He was. I actually went to a Super Card of Honor that year. That was really cool. When we got to see Kenny versus Cody, and that was awesome. Which I was always surprised that they didn't make that the main event It was actually Dalton Castle and Marty Skrull that year, and
Mhm.
but like Cody and Kenny just killed it. So
Mhm. And then I've been to the juniors. The juniors tournament. I went to the one where they had Tiger Mask. It was like CM Punk was there too. It was Jamie Noble versus Bryan Danielson.
mhm.
Like, my God, in Asbury Park, like, yeah, crazy, man. Just some good times. Good Claudio well, actually, when they're like, yeah, the Kings of Wrestling, when they're like really at their best, Cabana and everybody, Homicide and Carino, and just like I got to see a good side of Ring of Honor when it was like, I didn't get to go to like early shit, but I got to, I picked it at a pretty good prime, just to go and see,
100%. And
you
like
know.
I feel like Ring of Honor does this like where
Mhm.
it's like they peak and then like everybody gets signed, and so they're like in this right here, and then they peak back up, and then everybody gets signed. And I feel like they're coming back up again. They are
Mhm.
like they got a
Mhm.
lot of good people like Danhausen. They have
He's a great character, man.
oh
He's
my god,
dude.
I
He's the
love
best.
it.
He's the best. He needs to get to more GC. We need him at Game Changer. You know what I mean? He'd be a.
Oh yeah, Danhausen is he's
Mhm.
such a good character.
Mhm.
Let's see who else. There's I mean, obviously PCO is always good.
PCO,
Taven,
man.
Taven's still there. Um,
Yeah.
oh,
The
Mike Bennett. Mike
Briscoes.
Bennett, such a
Briscoes are
oh,
still there.
Kenny
You know.
King, um,
Jay Lethal's still there. It's
Jonathan
like,
Gresham. Like
yeah.
so, they're coming back up. So
hmm Yeah, Gresham, man. He's on. Dude, he's one of those guys. I remember watching him in like Combat Zone Wrestling, going to watching him at CZW, man. The way that he just came out and just performed, and not where he is today, man. Just doing his thing. My God, he's he's one of those guys you want to just he keeps on going. You know,
oh yeah,
he'd always I remember going to Combat Zone shows, and he loved. I don't know how he started, but I'd sit in my corner spot, and security guard would sit over in the corner, and he would just run and kick the security, just like to piss off people, like piss off the staff, and just get noticed, you know.
oh yeah. Get the eyes on.
Yeah, and I was just watching. I recently was watching a clip where he broke David Starr's trophy. That's a shame about that guy. Wish he was still doing his thing, but
Yeah, a lot of people.
hmm
I mean, rightfully though. Like if
yeah,
they're actually doing what was spoken out
hmm
to, then
hmm
100% like because
I
this
wish
is a
because
professional thing. Like we're professionals, so if
I
you don't
know.
carry yourself this way, then
Yeah, you're not meant for the business. Yep. It's a shame that he did because he had such a good career. He had such a good career in wrestling. Like, look at his matches he's had.
mhm. That's like Marty too. Marty Skrull like was like one of my favorite wrestlers, and then the
Mhm.
Speak Out movement happened, and yeah,
But now you see, then we see the list of these WWE drops. Like, okay, what the hell, dude? They're like, man,
what
Alexander.
surprised me the most
Yeah.
was Bray Wyatt. Like he
Mm-hmm.
has one
Mm-hmm.
of the best characters right now,
Mm-hmm.
and then just dropped him.
Yeah,
Like it makes no sense.
it didn't make any sense. Yeah,
I
I
mean,
stopped
honestly,
watching.
any of the releases don't make sense. I mean, there might have been a few here and there, like okay, yeah, they
Mm-hmm.
haven't been on TV, but like,
Mm-hmm. But like Alex, like Alex Zane. Oh, we know
yeah,
where he is. He's welcome back to Game Changer Wrestling. My gosh, like that's his home, so he's welcome back there anytime.
oh yeah, and
And then it
Alex is a good dude. Like,
really is.
I actually got to talk to him
Mm-hmm.
back in May. He
Mm-hmm.
was just chilling. I was in Orlando. I was helping out with No
Mm-hmm.
Peace, and he was just chilling there, and just good dude, really good dude.
Really good. Yeah, he's a cool dude. He's one of those guys who can just bullshit, and he's just hell of a wrestler. My gosh,
That too. Oh my god.
him.
It always amazes me when you're a
Mhm.
hell of a wrestler and a good person too. Like
Yeah.
that's the people I attract to. Like those are my people. Like,
Mhm. I'm waiting, and if they release him, man, he knows where he's welcome. All heart,
oh yeah.
Like Blake Christian, man. There's another dude that really stands out, Like these dudes are homegrown, like, like not homegrown, but like Blake's been in business, he knows what it's all,
Oh,
Alex was like a yarder, I guess he was a yarder back in the day, so he really, but he shined got the chance with GCW brought him and to where he is, got to wrestle and going. He's doing some Texas. He's doing some other places now. It's insane,
Oh yeah.
It's amazing, man. But let's switch it up right now, man. What kind of movies? It's Friday 13th, man. You a horror fan? You like?
I love horror. Yeah, I love.
Let's
horror.
switch. This is what I like to do. You mix it up. We got to talk movies and shit. Yeah.
All right. Let's
Yeah. All right, horror wise, yeah. What's your go-to movies? What's your top three horror of all time,
Top 3 horror, man.
or two, or one, or just?
I would say like series wise, I love the Chucky series, like Child's Play 2, all those.
Mhm.
Let's see. Yeah, it's honestly like horror. When it comes to horror, like I'm big into like American Horror Story. Like that is
Mhm.
like my show because like it's very rare that I'll sit down and watch TV unless it's wrestling, and that show had me hooked from the start. Like, oh, so good.
Right. Okay, comedy wise.
Comedy. Now you that's a hard
See, I know.
I love comedy.
Yeah.
Let's see, movie. This is probably going to throw you through a loophole, but Hot Rod.
Okay.
Hot Rod.
I think I've probably seen it back in the day. I've seen it.
Andy Samberg movie, and oh my god, it's one of those movies that is just so dumb that you laugh at it. That's my kind of movies.
Action-packed movie.
Action. I would have to say any of the Marvel movies, to be honest with you. I'm not very much of a like Jason Bourne kind of guy. Like I don't really watch much action, but like unless it's like Marvel or DC or stuff like that.
Yeah. Right. Matrix when that comes around,
Actually, I've never watched The Matrix, so.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
There you go. Watch The Matrix. Put that to you, dude, since you got time.
Oh, yeah, plenty of time. So.
All right, here's this. I started something brand new with my guests, and I love doing it. Have you watched Cobra Kai series?
I have not.
Okay. Oh man, I've been doing cast to wrestlers, if who they would be, or wrestler. Okay, let's do it from the original Karate Kid. How's that? If you grew up never watched it, no. Oh, dude. All right. Okay, save that for another time. We'll do the pod. I'll make you study the video. You'll have to watch the original. Okay.
Okay. I'll watch it and then we'll go back to it.
Yeah. But all right. What sports you into? What do you like? Who are your go-to teams? Who do you like?
So I love.
I'm a Phillies fan. I'm a Phillies and Eagles fan. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, then you're not gonna like. Well, you might like it.
Yeah.
You might laugh at me a little bit. I'm actually a Patriots fan, and I watch hockey as well. So I'm a big Blue Jackets fan. Actually, what's on my head?
Also, I'm a Flyer fan when I feel like being it.
When I feel like.
That's it. Yeah.
Baseball, I really don't watch too much, but college-wise, I watch Michigan, which is bizarre because I live in Ohio. So, like, I'm actually public enemy number one when it comes to that stuff.
I don't watch it. I don't watch any basketball like I used to back in the day. I am forget what basketball even is.
But yeah, that's pretty much the sports that I watch. It's just like college football, NFL, and then hockey.
Yeah.
And then like I amateur wrestling. I loved watching amateur wrestling back in high school because that's what I did.
That's the.
So.
And also, I still watch soccer to this day because as a kid growing up watching soccer, So hey, I could,
Yeah, like I'm more of a like I got to be in person to watch soccer. Like I can't sit there and watch it. Like that's like baseball too. Like baseball, I can't sit and watch baseball. Like
no, you got to be there in person. Yeah, you got to sit up. You have to have the beer. You got to have your beer in your hand to watch it.
Beer and hot dog.
Yeah. I have not even been to a damn. When's the last time I don't even remember when the last time I really went to a baseball game, man. To be honest with you, Phillies game or just like a local stadium game, like a minor league. We have those the minor league field team.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I think the last time I went to a game baseball wise was it was Paul Tuckett, and that was in Rhode Island. And I went with my family. That was like probably 6-7 years ago. So
I think I went to a Phillies game and that's it, man. I don't remember going, but I've been to my dad's VFW. Shout out to him. But they we had VFW days, so I go watch the game for like $20. When they were around in the summertime. I don't think I've been there, but I've done that.
Yeah, I think the most sport-oriented venues that I've been to was the Blue Jackets, and that was because with the military they give you a free ticket to go watch the game. So like I was like, well, and it's unlimited per season.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well,
okay,
what I'm doing.
Yes. Yeah, that's what
I was like.
Take your perks. Yep, take your perks.
Season.
Take your perks. Take your perks. It's well deserved. You deserve it. And people don't, for your duties, Yeah, so How long were you in the Army for?
I'm actually still am in the Army.
Yeah.
I'm National Guard, and I've been in for 6 years. So actually longer than my wrestling career. So
you're right, but just to do what you do and do. Your friends are like, what are you doing in there? Man, I'm a wrestler and I'm an Army man too.
Oh yeah, I can throw you through all kinds of loops. I have a degree in culinary arts. I'm in the military and I'm a professional wrestler. So just like all over the place.
So what's your favorite culinary food to cook? What's your favorite cook?
I love Italian food. I love to cook Italian food. And
cool.
The reason why is like with Italian food, you have
very carbs. I know. That's all your carbs and this and that. Yeah.
Very little ingredients that makes something so tasty. Like that is why I love Italian food.
Yeah. And it's weird not being Italian though. You know what I mean? Like, it's like family. Like my family's all German. Like I'm German, We have like German. No, we just eat Italian and pasta and this and that and Irish food and I've actually gone to Germany. I traveled to Germany one year. We did a whole family genealogy tour to see our history. Like it was cool, dude. Really cool. Just I'd love to go back there to Munich and the brewer, the Baja, the famous beer place. Oh
yeah. Oh my gosh. I definitely want to go to Germany. Like I've stopped in Germany, like when I was coming home from overseas, and like it was cool to like kind of like look at it.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like anything where I could go and travel and see anything. That was like also we stopped at Shannon, Ireland. And it just like landing, like when we're coming down, it was just like all green. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Those are definitely two countries I would love to go visit.
It was pretty cool because actually we went down when it was like their Easter. It was like their Easter holiday. Like they had a parade. It was weird, Just see, playing with the accordions, and it was just neat, different atmosphere, man. Riding on
like that kind of stuff is just a different atmosphere. Like you kind of see like how everybody lives their day-to-day life compared to us as Americans,
and to pick up the lingo. My uncle's a teacher, so he helped us out. He took students to Germany from Virginia. He used to be, he was a teacher, but we learned it really quick, and I was like, wow, I could learn hello and good, all the terminology. It was like, wow, man. But just experience to, and also like for me to we stayed like in a hostel, when it was like a hotel hostel.
Yeah.
And I open up the window at night, dude, and this guy's out there in the middle of the street. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm the watchman. I watch the people in this town. He's the guard of the town. I said, that is cool. Like,
Neat.
to see that.
It's not anything that we have in the United States, so it's just
and also an experience to go to a trout. We went to a hatchery. We stayed at a hatchery, like a trout hatchery. How cool is that? Like, just to, what I mean? Like,
that
really
cool.
Like weird. But the one thing, the time zones, dude, I didn't bring a watch or a clock or anything with me. So my aunt's with me. She goes with me. She'll spend money. I bought a watch at a store, and I'm like, what time is it? I didn't know the fucking time zones because there's no alarm clock in my rooms, But then I went over to the store. I went to one of the shops for a cafe for coffee, right? I'm thinking I could get an iced coffee. No, you got to I had to explain. I want ice in coffee, ice, actually in the coffee. They didn't know what iced coffee was, in Germany, they just do espresso. They do espresso. So I had to do espresso over ice. Like, what I mean? But eating all this good food, though, my God, dude, it was phenomenal. Like, the bratwurst was bratwurst. Like, it wasn't like, fresh.
It was authentic. Very
fresh.
Authentic.
You would have fresh cheeses every morning. Like you would have fresh Swiss cheese and cottage. You'd be having yogurt in the morning. It was great, man. Like, the meals were just great. But I do have a picture somewhere. I went to my aunt's across the street, or we're walking around the streets, and there's a cafe across the street, and it's a sports bar, David's Cafe in Germany. I'm like, yes, I'm famous here. I gotta stop in, but they were closed. I was like, oh, it would have been cool to go stop in and get, like,
Yeah, David's Cafe.
Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, I'm famous over here in Germany. But no, man, that was an experience. I would love to go there again. Go to London. I'd love to do UK, Australia, just like all places, in the world. Even Japan. Japan would be awesome, definitely, for sure. Because go have a nice steak at Mr. Danger's. Like, really.
Yes, it's kind of like just indulging in their day-to-day life, like that's something that I want to do. Like, so it's more of like a perk of like, I want to wrestle in Japan, but I also want to just experience living in Japan. So
right, yeah. Push the doors and see who you could get. Right, there's so many guys like, Mondo could probably push you. Nick Mondo could probably, because he's lived there, for a long time, and other guys as well. I think they're still there. Some people are still there. It's amazing. One of the, wait a minute. Actually, one of the GCW, I believe, like one of the podcasters that does it. He's actually lives there for the Patreon. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't realize they had a podcast, and then I saw, I forget where I saw that. It was on one of their pages, and I was like, oh, that's cool. They have their own little podcast. Patreon.
Yeah, KG and Brett and the other guy. It's pretty cool. I gotta get KG on soon. KG, you listening? We still got to do it, man. He's a great guy. KG.
Oh yeah, KG is a really good guy, for sure.
Knowledgeable, just like Emil. They're all knowledgeable. What else we got? Music. All right, here we go. Kept the music out, right? What's your go-to music? What's your
My go-to music is actually EDM. So, which throws people through a loop because not a lot of people listen to EDM. But my playlist is wide and variety. Like I listen to everything, whether it be like country, rock, rap, 80s rock, 80s
yeah.
rap, 90s rap. It's all over the place. But I'm very versatile when it comes to music.
Yeah, that's good. Mine's like, yeah, it's like me. It's like right now, what do I got? So Orange Cassidy's themes on my phone, but you know, like I don't care. That's a good tune, though, you know. But no, I like it all. You know, to Dave Matthews, to you just John Mayer, to just like 80s, to Poison, to AC/DC, to you know, you name it, and rap and just this and that, you know. To the Johnny Cash era, you know. It's like
that's my favorite. Is like have like Logic playing,
like this on the wall. I have to show it. Where is it? Where is it? Johnny Cash in the corner. Johnny Cash with all my deathmatch pictures and stuff. Yeah, you know. Let's see if I can fix this back up. Here we go. Oh yeah, that's the cheat way. See, look at that. You saw my Bob Vila wall, right? There it is. Good.
There we go. And yeah. So it'll be like Johnny Cash to like Slipknot to like Logic to Marshmallow. Like it's all over the place.
Yeah, it's insane, man. Like, what's the last concert you remember going to? Oh man.
Oh cow. Let's see.
Holy shit. Yeah. It's
20.
like,
yeah, it's because you know pandemic and everything, and it's just like, man, what was the last concert I went to? I want to say it was a concert it was in Orlando. And I think I went and saw it was an EDM concert, so it was like a rave, and this guy named 4B, and it was fun. Like, you know, it was just like any other people. We pretty much just got drunk and then went to the concert and had a good time.
Yeah. Oh man, last concert I think I saw was holy shit, what the hell's on my last concert? I can't even remember now. Yeah, man.
One of those questions where it's just like, damn, it's been that long.
Dave Matthews. It had to be Dave Matthews in Hershey, Pennsylvania was my last. No, was it? Yeah, it had to be. No. But Game Changer did a show too. I saw the Stone Temple Pilots play before he died. Like the week after, before he died, like there was a couple shows they were doing. So Game Changer had but I saw, I would say like Stone Temple, maybe, I'd say Dave Matthews, maybe kind of like, I'll say that for now, but I've been
one of those two.
One of those two, but I've seen like they did Live Earth concert series in like 2007. I've done that, man. It's crazy, dude. I got to see like John Mayer to people who were Roger Waters of fucking, you know, like my gosh.
Oh yeah, we like I love going to like festivals.
But also I will say this: me and my dad did go to a show one time. And Game Changer Wrestling did it at my local blue stadium, you know, baseball park. Had a little rock series. There was concerts going on and wrestling. Game Changer had a small, and it was raining out. I was a cameraman. I was playing video, running around, man. But the rain, man. In the rain during that Nate Hatred match. I still have it. I have to show you that. It's pretty cool. Just a hard, but. They didn't do any violent stuff, but Brett actually pulled me aside. David, you want 2 tickets tonight, $40, just go see some bands play? Like, yeah, okay. So my dad and I got tickets, and we were walking over, and we watched Blue Oyster Cult, and we saw Alice Cooper.
Okay, Alice Cooper. Okay.
My God, what an experience that was to see! Like the first time to ever see that, like the way that the props. My dad was like, "Holy shit, this is amazing!" Like, you know, for his first, like, you know, to see all that, you know, craziness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this like there was a concert that actually it was a festival. It's something called Lost Lands. It's a festival that happens in Ohio and over by Columbus, and like they have like dinosaurs all over the place and everything, and it's an EDM concert. I was like, that's crazy to see because like I've never seen a festival where it's just like they got like, because I thought it was really random with the dinosaurs. I was like, what kind of festival is this? Because I was there for catering. This was back when I was before I started wrestling. I was a chef, and I was a sous chef of a catering company, and it was just very bizarre to me. I was like, why? So
oh that's awesome. But yeah, man, seeing all those concerts, hell, I think actually AFI played too. AFI played, dude. I was like, oh shit, CM Punk's music. I got to see that song. I was like, wow, man. I got to see.
Fun fact: AFI was actually my first theme song. Like they had my first theme song. Wild.
Really?
Wild, my first theme song. Yep.
I don't think I remember that track. I'll have to go back. I'll listen to it. All right.
Yeah.
I'll type that in. I'll type in AFI Wild. Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So that was my first ever theme song.
Pretty cool group though. Really, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they definitely like they got the crowd going, man. Like when they sang Miss Murder, it's like, wow, man. This is like,
Miss Murder. I love that song.
Yeah, we're gonna have to listen. I'm gonna have to listen to it now after this. You know, and that other one you just told me, the other one you just said, the one you were just saying DMI or EMI or whatever.
EDM.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I could definitely send you a couple artists to look at for sure.
All right, man. Dude, we have a lot in common. This is like amazing. Like everybody's, it's like random knowledge. I want to hear something like a cool fact. Actually, one year, my sister had a party, New Year's party, and this guy comes walking in with his son, and he sits he's introducing himself, and we all go into the kitchen, and his son's like, "Dad, I want some Bing cherries." Right out of a jar. So his dad reaches for the jar, and he says, "Son, how about some?" I said, "I wish I had some cherry, cherry pie." You want some cherry pie? Well, guess what? That was CC. It was CC DeVille, from. You said, cherry pie was one of my hits from Warrant. So I was hanging out with the drummer Warrant. How cool is CC DeVille of Poison? Like, my gosh, like
that is cool,
isn't it? And he was not drinking, like he was drinking Diet Coke the night as well, because he was an alcoholic,
Oh yeah. So like, no, I get that.
Yeah, isn't that wild? Like just to have my experience, just to meet a rock. Just out of the blue, like you wasn't gonna play any music for us, you know what I mean? Just chill on the couch and just bullshit.
That's
because a friend of a friend, is friends of his, so which is pretty cool.
It's always how that happens, friend of a friend, and then meet him.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Riley, what do you say we call it a night? I think we've covered all that we could breathe and talk. How you think?
Yeah, I think we've covered a lot. I just looked over at the live time and I was like, holy cow, it's been an hour and a half.
That's better. Yeah, now we can go watch AEW, right? Go rewatch it. I don't know.
Get a little rewatch and see what's going on.
Feel free to plug anything, man, and we'll do another one. Absolutely.
Oh, for sure. Definitely want to share.
And also one of my podcast, my guy from Orlando, he runs my Podcast City Network team. He's looking for guests. I'll put you into his hat because he loves to have guests. And he's like,
I love doing this stuff
because he's like desperate. He's like, man, I need some new stuff because he's been dead out of water. But let me pull up
Yeah.
your social media here too, and for everybody could find you and all
Yep.
your links.
Like it's
and
on here. Twitter, Real Riley Rose. Instagram, Real Riley Rose. Very simple. Just want to shout out to my buddy Matt Brennigan. Even though he left me and went to LA, but shout out to Percy Drews, Zach Thomas. Keep doing your thing, and yeah, that's about it. Oh, and see that link down there for merchandise? Go check it out.
Please, go support him. Buy him a t-shirt. Say hello to us. Get him get an 8x10 at a show, and great person. And I look forward to seeing you too in person one of these days. We'll cross paths. I'm sure we will.
Oh, I'm sure of it. I'm working a few things in New Jersey, so.
There you go. So I want to say thank you for coming on, Riley, and you have a good night, my friend, and we'll do this again. Absolutely. And I'm on vacation, so no podcast this next week. So fans, I'll take a break for a couple days. That's that.
Take your break. Enjoy your vacation.
Because I'm going to enjoy it. Because also this coming weekend, well, during the week, my sister and her kids are coming down, so I get to see my nephews, and play
That's
with them.
Always enjoy that.
Well, you know what, man? We've done the pandemic since the pandemic. Been only on phone, we really never. They only live in Butler, New Jersey, so not far from us. But we it's gonna to do the family thing with them, and then gonna go with my parents, and we're gonna go have a nice week. Maybe I'll hit the Mohegan Sun. I've been thinking that too. A little casino action. I was trying to
just a little bit,
just a little, just out of loop. I know.
The thing is, AC is the first casino that Hard Rock's the first casino I've ever went to, ever.
Yeah. So. Oh man, Hard Rock. Whenever I go for a Game Changer show, I'm like, you know what? Showboat's a nice hotel. It's not that really great, but I like the amenities and I like all the cafes and I just like the atmosphere at the Hard Rock. So I stay there. So hey, maybe we'll fucking party one of these nights. Come on down this next summer or something. Come
to AC and we'll go to Wet Willie's. How's that?
Yeah, or go to the surf bar, right? That's the popular one. That's a good little bar for some beers and drinks and watch. Just hang out. Everybody doing their thing. And then my camera friend TJ, shout out to him, TJ and Friends. Does all those fun videos. I'm sure you've seen those great little collages, and he brings wrestling to a happy. Let's give a shout out to as well, TJ and Friends. Let's give a shout out to these guys really never get recognized. Recognition for what they do. Wrestle for Unicorns.
Wrestling. I love those guys.
Yes, yeah,
love them. They are phenomenal people. They do so much for us wrestlers. Honestly, there was a point in time where I would run into them all the time, literally almost every other weekend. So, and in different states. So, shout out to Wrestling with Unicorns. Good people.
I know good people, and one of them also I believe is on AEW doing shoot. Is a shoot photographer. So that's awesome. Really excited.
Awesome.
It really is. But you know what? Let's give them a shout out. Game Changer Wrestling. Just everybody, GC, all these a lot of promotions everywhere. Just let's support independent. Let's support professional independent wrestling at its best.
Also, shout out to AIW, Absolute Intense Wrestling. If you have not checked them out yet, please go check them out.
That's one of my bucket places to go. I love to go.
We try to put a hell of a show on, and we execute it every single time. So definitely worth a watch. Yeah,
and the way they present themselves, I love it. Just the way the atmosphere is, and just the wrestling is where it's at. So. All right, Riley, you have a good night, my friend.
All right, man. Have a good night.
You too.
Take care.
I'll close you out. All right, let me do this. I gotta switch this to this to this. Bam. All right, fans. I want to say thank you tonight to my guest, Indy pro wrestler Riley Rose, for coming on the podcast tonight, man. you know what, his career, he's got something that you fans need to go check out, and he's one of those guys who are like, wow, go support him. Great personality, and he's something special. So fans, go to a show, support him, buy a T-shirt, buy an 8x10, buy his merch, and just support all the promotions that he wrestles for and wrestles with. And you never know where you'll see him, at a ring near you or a ring by me on the East Coast. Game Changer Wrestling, anywhere. Surprise, surprise. This guy loves to wrestle. Fans, I want to say thank you once again. But don't make sure you say, stay up to date with all your Deathmatch Wrestle podcasts. I'll be back probably after the holiday, after my little vacation here with family. And I'll be having some more guests, and you never know who should pop on the podcast. Fans, go ahead and check it out. Deathmatch Wrestle Podcast. So please support Deathmatch Wrestle Podcast. Go buy a T-shirt on my Boot and Heel website, please, and collar and elbow as well. Save 10% on a purchase when you buy a T-shirt as well. And also check out Podcast City Network. Podcast City Network also has my merch as well, with the top podcasts around the world. Let's just say around the world. Around the world, sports to comedy to video gaming and wrestling podcasts like the Deathmatch Wrestle podcast and many other podcasts as well, and movie podcasts. But shout out sports as well. Like I said, Final Scores, check it out. And check them out on podcastcitynetwork.com and support Indy Wrestling. Like I said, have a good night, everybody. Thank you for listening. Until next time, talk wrestling, like always. Good night, everybody. You can find more Deathmatch Wrestle podcasts on the following social media: deathmatchwrestle.com, follow on Twitter at DavidNJ32, and on Facebook, facebook.com/DJDaveNJ32. Find me on Podcast City Network at podcastcity.net, facebook.com/Podcast City Network. Hit the like button and share, and on Twitter at Podcast City Net. You can hear Deathmatch Wrestle podcast on Stitcher Radio and on iTunes. Hey, wrestling fans, check out bootandheel.com for all your independent wrestlers, apparel, and more. Also, check out Deathmatch Wrestle Podcast as well. www.bootandheel.com.